To sync master data across companies, of course, you need at least 2 companies. And for this demonstration, I'm using Kronos USA Incorporated, as you can see. And I've also created another company which I've called Kronos Master Data. So this is also just a demo company with basically the same data as Kronos USA. But I will sync from master data to USA. You can also sync to a third or fourth company and so on. But for this demonstration, let's stick to these 2 companies. All right, so I'm in the receiving company, so Kronos USA. So let me search for master data management setup. There we go. So and the first thing that you need to do before you can select your synchronization tables is select the source company. And like I just explained, for this demonstration, I will use Kronos Master Data. Next, you can enable the data synchronization. There we go. So and now by enabling the data synchronization, you can see that these options become available. All right, now the next thing to do is select the synchronization tables. So let's go there. So I will click here on synchronization tables. You can also use the search function, by the way, but let's start from here. So what you will see in a few moments is a list of all the tables that can be synced. And we have the typical master data. All right, so we have the typical master data tables like contact, customer, GL account, and so on. But also setup tables like posting groups, the VET product posting group, and so on. These are basically all the tables that you can sync. All right, so as you can see, by default, all these tables are enabled, but I would like to focus on one specific table in this demonstration, and let's take the GL account table. So basically, the first thing that I will do is select all the lines, and then by going to actions, you can disable these lines. So I will disable them all at once. There we go. So that I now can enable one line. So like I just said, I will take GL account and I will enable this, which means that we will only sync GL accounts. All right. You can use filters. So if you don't enter a filter, every GL account will be synced. But you could also specify a filter. So for example, I only want income statement accounts to be synced. So I can go add a filter here, which is income balance, and then for example, select income statement. So this would mean that only income statement accounts are synced. All right. Okay, I will remove the filter because I would like all the GL accounts to be synced. But that's how you can enter filters. All right. Now, syncing is done based on coupling information. This is, of course, a table in my receiving company, and that should be coupled to the same table of the source company. Now, coupling is entered or is configured by default, but you can change the coupling if that would be necessary. So let me show you. So here, GL account actions, you can go to the match-based coupling action. So then you will get a message, but if you just click on yes, there we go. So you can see here how coupling is done. The priority, there's only one, by the way, is the coupling is done based on the number field. Business Central will compare numbers of the receiving company with the numbers of the source company. And there should be a match on this field. If there is a match, the existing record could be updated, or otherwise a new record is created. Okay. So again, there's coupling configured by default, and I will stick to the defaults, but you can also change the coupling if that would be necessary. All right, but for most tables, the default coupling will be sufficient. All right. Then there are also job queue entries, of course, because the sync can be done automatically, and that's based on job queue entries. So you will see a whole bunch of job queue entries for all these different tables. So in this case, this is for the GL account table. But if I would start from the previous screen, and if I go to the sync job queue entries here, you will see the whole list for syncing all these different tables. Okay. All right, and you can see that they're all on hold except for one, and that's the GL account one, because that's the only one that I enabled. Okay, then you can start the initial synchronization. That's not really necessary here in my demonstration because my demo company already has data. But suppose that you start from a new blank company, then you can sync all the master data from the source company at once by simply starting the initial synchronization. All right? Okay, so let's go ahead and have a look and let's create a new GL account. And that's something I will do, of course, in the source company. So now I will switch to Kronos master data. Okay, I will go to the chart of accounts. So at this moment, the chart of accounts of both companies is exactly the same, which means that I will create a new account. So let's click on New. And I will give it a number that's easy to remember so that you can also recognize it in the... Let's take 8 nines, that we can also recognize it quite easily in the receiving company. So let's just call it sync test account. All right, income statement category, that's all fine. So we just need a number and a name, basically only a number for the sync. So let's stick to this GL account. So this is now created, and now I will return to the receiving company. So I will switch again to Kronos USA. And let's double check the chart of accounts. So in there, after running the job queue entry, so which basically ran automatically, you can see that my new GL account has been synced from the source company, so the sync test account. All right, so this is only one account for one table. In real life, of course, you can sync multiple tables, multiple records, and you can also follow up by using the log overviews. So let's go to the master data management setup again. So there we go. So you can go to synchronization tables. And I will select, of course, my GL account because that's the only one enabled. And I can go to the synchronization log. So here you can see the synchronization log. You can see how many records were modified, how many were inserted, and so on. So if I click here on the one, you can see that's the one account that has been inserted, so that has been created. So from the synchronization log, you can quite easily follow up on everything that has been synced, date, the time, number of records inserted, modified, and so on. So that's basically how you can sync master data across companies in Business Central.